Hello children. First thing I want to say is that I'm very sorry I did not post last Tuesday. I had a very rough week last week, like I explained in my last video. Because 2 weeks ago I uploaded a video talking about why I make videos. The plan was to make a new video talking about how to make videos. And so I'm going to do that today. Now kids, I know what you're thinking. Neil, you have 2,000 subscribers, almost. Why do you think you know anything about vlogging? And to be honest with you, you're right. I don't particularly know how to become incredibly popular on here. But I have studied film, television, communication, and lots of YouTube videos to determine how to make the best videos. So the first and most important bit of advice I can give you all is to find a channel on YouTube which produces content that you really like, and then do whatever you can to match their style. And eventually you'll develop your own style, like I have. So that is my #1 recommendation to you. Now let's talk a little bit about specifics. The most important rule when doing any sort of film work or photography is the rule of thirds. Essentially, if you were to take 2 pieces of string and put them across the screen like so, your eyes should fall across the top line. And if you want to be even more specific with your framing, you see the 2 lines that are going vertical? If you can imagine the intersections of the horizontal lines and the vertical lines, where they meet is the human eye's focal point on the screen. Which means it's just natural for you to look there. And for me to go back and forth, positioning myself in these intersections, or at very least my eyes, makes the video really pleasant to watch. I don't know. And if you watch, you'll notice that the Vlogbrothers move around quite a bit in their vlogs. And they always make quick cuts. When you make a vlog, do not position your head in the middle of the screen, like Ray William Johnson. Do you see this space right here? That's called headroom. And as you can see by the unpleasantness of the picture, headroom is a bad thing. You want the top of the screen to cut off the top of your head just a little bit. Or depending on how close you are, a lot. What you don't want, however, and this is also one of the most important rules of making any video at all, is to cut off the bottom of your chin while you're talking. It just makes things really awkward. So don't do that. Now pay attention for the next few clips, because as you'll notice, the clip starts as soon as I start talking. I literally go through with my editing software and click the right button until I hear the sound of my voice. And on the first frame that I hear a sound, I make a cut. If you watch videos where they pause before they say something, like I did right there, and right there, it just becomes an awkward thing. Do you see what I'm talking about? Let's hope so. And just like the cutting at the beginning of your phrase, cut as soon as you're done with the phrase. It'll help a lot. Trust me. Now when you make videos throughout the day, be thinking about what you want to say in the video. And how you want to say it. So that when you sit down to make your video, it kind of just comes out naturally. But it's really important that you don't say it all at once. I personally like to do takes with about 10 words. Did you count how many words I said right there? And right there. Remember, think in the terms of averages. Because a lot of takes will be like 3 words. And some takes, if I really try really hard, I can spit out about 17 words. Did you count? And now what I personally do is I position myself on one side of the screen. I fluidly and quickly say the sentence that I'm going to say, or the partial sentence. I pause, and then I move to another part of the screen. And then I move back and say something else, leaving little pauses before and after I say something at each spot. You know, I kind of realized that I'm just kind of throwing information at you guys. Just like, blah. I do apologize sincerely for that, by the way. So let's stop for a minute and talk a little bit about content. Like I said 2 weeks ago in this video, it's really important that people make vlogs. Even if you have nothing to talk about. It puts your personality in a medium that's going to survive. And so who you are right now doesn't get lost with time. And so even if you don't have anything important to say, still make videos. But try to make them entertaining. Do not over-accentuate your facial expressions. Because when you talk like this, like Ray William Johnson, you just look kind of silly. And it gets really annoying really fast. I'd like to take a moment right here and say a few things about Ray William Johnson. First thing, he has no talent. I'm really sorry for the Ray fans out there, but he really doesn't. The reason he's so popular on YouTube is because he finds all the viral videos, puts them all together in one video, and comments on them. Granted, sometimes his comments can be funny, but that's the only reason he's popular. That's why I'm subscribed to him. It's certainly not because he can act, because he definitely can't act. But that brings me to another point. Finger. When I make videos, when Vlogbrothers or SXE Phil or Pogobat, that's Dan Brown by the way, make videos, we're not acting. This is who I am in my everyday life. No, I don't talk very briefly, pause, move to another position, and then finish talking. That would be kind of ridiculous. But you see my thoughts, my opinions, my voice, and my passion. None of that's acting. I turn on the camera, and I'm myself. And I think in a lot of ways, that's the point of vlogging. There are a few more things about making videos that are really important. The first being to speak audibly. Every time I make a video, I go into my editing software and I raise my voice 9 decibels so that people can hear me. And if you can't do that in your editing software, then talk louder. But do try to avoid the buzzing in the background. I'm not exactly an audio expert, so I can't tell you how to do this, but there are more than likely helpful hints on the interwebs that can help you with this. And if you can, upload as high quality as possible. I have a really hard time watching videos that were made on webcams. Wow, this video is draining on for a really long time. Douche. As for editing software, I personally use the oldest version of Adobe Premiere. That's Adobe Premiere Elements 1.0. And for my visual effect videos, I use Adobe After Effects. And lots of other people use Final Cut Pro as well. Good editing software can be really expensive. Now, allegedly, there are ways to get this software for free. And to be honest with you, I cannot morally tell you to download LimeWire, go to piratebay.org, type in Adobe Premiere, download one of the torrents with a crack in, and install it on your computer for free. Because that's a lot like stealing. So don't do that, people who have no money and need an editing software. I hope this helped you guys a little bit about making videos. If you have any questions, thoughts, or comments, or anything like that, you can email them to me at banananeil@gmail.com. Links are in the general vicinity. I'm gonna go make some Indian food.